When life gets overwhelming, do you ever wonder if God notices everything you have going on? Like how you're trying so hard to take care of everyone and everything? Maybe you're staying up late paying the bills and feeling stretched between relationships at home and in ministry while caring for aging parents, commuting to work, and carpooling kids? Several years ago, I couldn't keep up with all the commitments I'd made. I felt like I was suffocating under everything I needed to get done. Slowly, worry started weaving its way into my thoughts, and I wondered how I was going to do it all. I knew I should trust God more, but I was afraid that if I stopped worrying about everything and everybody, then He would too. I hate to admit it, but sometimes I even felt like He might be expecting too much of me. Looking back now, I can see that I was expecting too much of myself. You see, I was doing a lot of good things, but not all of them were God's things for me during that season of my life. The truth is, I was serving God more than I was seeking Him. Eventually, I ran out of fuel. I didn't have enough energy to handle all of my roles, relationships, and responsibilities. I also ran out of faith, which made me start doubting my ability to manage my life, to hear God clearly, and to do all I assumed He wanted me to do. And all those worries started making me weary, and they started making me wonder why God wasn't doing something to make my life easier. I also wondered if God noticed and cared about all that I was doing for Him and others. One day, while reading my Bible, I noticed how Martha's worries were making her weary and making her wonder if Jesus cared that her sister had left her in the kitchen all by herself. In Luke 10:40, it says, "She came to Him and asked, 'Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me.'" Now listen to how Jesus responded. He said, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." So how do we choose what is better? How do we let go of our worries and take hold of confident peace that assures us God notices and God cares? 1 Peter 5:7 tells us, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you." And Philippians 4:6-7 tells us how. It says, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all that He's done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus." It sounds so doable, but why is it so hard? I think it's because Satan whispers the opposite. He tells us, don't be calm about anything. Instead, worry about everything. Tell God what He should do and then take control if He doesn't listen. And your concerns will become like acid in your heart, eroding